Okay, so the point is, from that point when we made it to the second string of the same pattern, now we have a better situation for playing, because we can play an S4L. It's going to get us all the way up to the fifth string and then just have an A shape on top. It would be helpful to know that the E shape goes to the A shape when we're going in fifths. Remember, from down here, from our little staircase diagram, the E shape goes to the A shape when we're going in fourths and fifths. So going to the left, it would be the fourth. The fourth of E is A, and then the fifth of A is E. Okay, so but we kind of got there with the caged, so we went dun, 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 something like that, dun, 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 like that. So we got there, we played there, but the point is, what pattern can we use on the second string that we couldn't really use from the first string? And I use E for this, and I shouldn't. I really shouldn't use E for this. I'm going to change the E pattern back to what it was, which is the S4L there, because I know that the computer wouldn't save it. If I wanted it to save, it wouldn't. I'd have to stop and save it, and I did save this part, not this particular part right here. You'll see that go away too if it's still in the buffer. There it goes. You got to know what you're doing with these things. But this has been saved. You know, I've shortened up this to account for the missing fret. You don't want we don't want the chart to be misleading. So what it is now, if you do an S4L from the second string, so here's our 7 root 2, over here from the second string, we could just do the S4L from there, and then all we got left is the A string. Okay, so here's our 7 root 2. We'll go drawing tool. Here's our 7 root 2. Here's our S4L at that point. Then the only thing left on top is the A box. But how did we know we were in the A box? See, that's another story. And by the way, this S4L actually extends over here because of the tuning warp. It brings it over here. So let's try that one more time. Starting from the E, we'll go. Here we are. Alright, and we're going to do the S4L from the E there. So you kind of have to know that you went from the E box to the A box, because there, E and A are a fourth away. Okay, what box did we transverse from the E position here to the A box? What box did we transverse? Well, how do we do that? If we're going down the fretboard, we're going to count up a pentatonic scale. Pentatonic, not do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. It's do, re, mi, sol, la. That's it. Do, re, mi, sol, la. So it's, because I kind of whispered the in-betweens to my head, to myself. So we're going to go E shape. We're going to skip the G shape. This one was skipped. And we went to the A box. Alright, so that's what we did. That's how we know we went to the A box. So we went up a fifth. Fifth of E is the C shape. Alright, and then the C shape we can do a pentatonic scale, C, and then D, and then from D we go to E again. Right, C, D, E, pentatonic scale. Going up the other way is caged word. So it's E, D, and then start the word caged over again. D goes to C. So that's how we got to it, and we're going to play it. We're going to play an S4L there. So let's look at another one. that's even easier. And we'll look at the G. We'll look at the G cage. So then we're going to use the labeling and the stuff on top. We've got this S5L here, right? So in this G cage, and we're going to do this quickly because I think this is going to be. I don't think we're going to get to the dots today. We'll talk about the dots tomorrow. That's a new subject. It's a subject revisited for me, and it's a great subject, and we're going to cover it tomorrow maybe, because we have to bring the lesson to a close. I have to get going. So with the G box here, we've got a nice S5L. All right, so what is the S5L? We'll go in cursor mode here. The S5L is going to be right here. 6, 7 root, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sandwich, and then skewed to the left. 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got a nice 7L shape here to that S5L. That's in unwarped tuning. We may have to warp over the top 1 or 2 of these guys once we get there. Okay, so let's go back to that G box here, right here. All right, so we're looking at the G box here. This is all we're looking at, is this G box. We're going to play a big old S5L starting from the bottom string. So now we have our S5L and we have our bottom string. So we've got that vertical overlap. This is the S1G. This is the S5L. There's vertical overlap on those patterns. I think some people know what I'm talking about. We're going to do the S5L, but then we're going to have to play on top of it an S1G string shape. So here's our G shape. Let's do a pentatonic just to kind of like. There's our G. I can't play that G very well, so I'm not going to do it. Do a pentatonic, do an arpeggio. That's your G box. Here we go with the S5L. Warp. Whoops. I shouldn't have. And then the S1G on top. But if we just wanted to play just an S5L, what we do is we're going to find this G shape, which starts on the 6th. So I've got them labeled here. So this is your 6 right here. Same. Kind of in tune. Now we can play, if we start that G shape on the 2nd string, we can play that S5L, and we know also from the string shape circle, all right, that a G shape started from the 2nd string should become a D shape. So if we look over here at the D shape, I didn't have to well, yes I did. If we look over here at the D shape, you know, we could almost do an S5L there, but it's going to become a D shape supposedly. Now I don't know if that's exactly accurate, but it should be, because that's how the string shape, the string circle works. Let's look at that. So here is our 2nd string G shape, which we are right here, 2, 3, 4 in the G box, and we're going to play an S5L, 2, 3, 4. We're going to play an S5L from there in the okay, this is our G box, 6, 7 root. Sorry, we're over here in the C box. Here's our G in the C box, right. It's going to become a C. Now let's go back over here and see what happened here. All right, originally we had our G shape. Okay, the G shape goes up to a D shape in 5ths. Okay, and then we're going to go down again to a G shape over here. All right, so that's how the string circle works. So we skipped around in the string circle. So that's helpful. That's helpful, but